So the concept is something happening at my ear. I can hear it, I can listen to it, I can hear it, right? It can be a C. Don't angst over some of those little things, right? Now, again, sometimes they will use a specific, but most of the time it's just going to be a generalized sign indicating the ear, right? And there's a difference between and this is here, this is think, right? It's at my brain, not at my ear. That is a difference, all right? Whether you think something or you've heard something. Or you something. All right, so bottom of 102. This means to pay attention. When I am signing in a public school classroom, well, any classroom, not college, because if they don't pay attention, I don't care. It's their money. All right? But especially if I'm in an elementary school, I sign this a lot. Look at me, focus. Deaf kids have great avoidance skills, right? Because, just like any kid, except they have an advantage in some ways. Because if a child is sitting in a public school, or is sitting in school, and they're not looking at the teacher, can they still hear them? No. Yes, they can. A regular student, a regular student can still hear the teacher. Right? They may not be looking at, it helps if you're looking at them, you gain more information. They can still hear them. A deaf student cannot. So, deaf student doesn't want to know the information. Deaf student doesn't look. Nothing's coming in. Okay? They don't want to know the instructions. So they don't look at the interpreter. So I do this a lot. Focus. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I do this a lot. Hey, hey, look at me, look at me. All right, so to focus. This is the idea of, the blinders that are on a horse so that the horse stays focused on what's ahead and isn't distracted on everything else. All right, that's where this is coming from. Right? It's like I've got the blinders here. I am narrowing my vision to here. That next one is not, this is a negating sign, the thumb from under the chin, not. Can also be used for don't, all right? Not run, don't run, all right? But he's not paying attention, not focused.
Is there a big difference between don't and no? I mean, like in context, would there be? So is it like no
yes.
running opposed to don't run? Or is it just
well, if I was working with somebody, I was in, don't run. Here, there is, actually you wouldn't use no in that, because we're going to talk, if I am talking about that there is no running allowed, all right, here, I would probably sign none running. Talking about an amount of running. There is none running here, as opposed to no, which is an answer to a yes or no question. Right?
Okay.
Do you like candy? No. You want candy? None. Okay, so anyway. I could also say no, not like. Not like, don't like. Speaking of which, top of 103, middle sign, right? She is using that open 8 and then closing the 8, pulling from the heart, right? Like. I pull it from my heart. I like something. I like that. I can also sign them, I'm going to skip that first one at first, all right? I can sign dislike, all right? Now, they're not going to give you this, all right? Dislike. A lot of signs are negated by turning them the opposite way. I like something, I dislike. I want something, pulling it towards, I don't want. What's another one? I might like. Right, but a lot of signs, I know something, I don't know. And I turn that sign out. So that's the way a lot of negating is done. So she's got like, and then she's got, this is to detest, strongly dislike. It's almost, this is the sign to throw up, all right? All right? Stuff is pouring out of your mouth, all right? So it's almost that throw up sign. Not quite, all right? But it's almost. I dislike it. Detest it. Not, or don't. Now, that third sign at the top of 103, open 8, you're going to tap your chin. All right? Tap your chin with that middle finger. This is your preference, your favorite. You favor something. All right? Up there close to your mouth, your taste in something. All right? So, I like, I detest, I prefer, my favorite. We already had this. Hot. We've already had this. Coffee. We haven't had this. Tea. I've got my little tea bag, swirling it around. I can dip it, I can swirl it, doesn't matter. All right? Water. Water. A W. Now, if it's a forehand, it means to speak. If it's a W, it means water. Water. And then that, the last one on that page, milk. Guess where this sign comes from?
Cow.
It's the milking process, all right? Milk. Milk. Pull on that udder. Milk. So, focus.
Apple. Coffee. Dislike. Water.
Hearing. Hearing. Almost.
Hearing.
Hearing, like I'm a hearing person, right? An earring, I'm going to indicate that hearing.
Tea. Candy. Milk.
Milk. Next page. She's squeezing here, all right? Orange. I don't know why it's a squeeze of the chin. Right? I guess because the orange juice is. It is, but why it's at the chin, I have no idea. Right? Orange. Orange. Whether it's the fruit or the color, which happen to be the same anyway. All right? Orange. And she's just adding a J. Orange juice. Some will do juice this way, off the back of their other hand. That's orange juice. OJ. So. So what did I say?
You want water? No. Prefer orange juice.
OJ. All right, the next one. The first sign is hot. It's that slight open 8, hot. You're gonna get it out of your mouth because it's hot. You don't want it in anymore. Hot, hot. No, same thing. Hot, hot. And then she's using a C, kind of like coffee, only she's doing a C and turning for chocolate. 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 Because you know, chocolate comes from beans and have to be ground up as well. Right? So chocolate. And whether you do it on the back of an open hand, do it with a C on top of your fist, doesn't matter, right? It's that C with the grinding motion. So coffee, you're holding on to the crank. Chocolate, the crank is a C. Hot chocolate. Next sign. How. Many people have trouble with how. All right, you're going to put two knuckles together, scoop in the inside, towards the inside. How? How? So, how you? How are you? Now, lots of times if somebody is asking how they do something, they'll just wiggle one. This is telling you it's a question, right? How? 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 Same thing. So, how are you? And they're answering, fine. A 5-hand at the chest, fine. And he's gone, so,
Okay.
okay. She's tired. And the last one, he is sick. He has a headache and a stomachache. All right? Sick. And it's done with that open 8 hand for feeling. Sick. Sick. So, fine. So, okay. Tired. That. Just pulling down on you. All right? Tired. Sick.
So fine is this?
This is sleep. Sleep is to close the eyes. To pull down with the on the face is sleep. Tired is on your body. Sleepy. Sleepy.
Is when somebody does like fine, but they don't do it like this, they do it like that, that's sarcastic, right? Like,
Oh no, it can be. How are you? Fine.
strong.
I'm fine. It's just a stronger emphasis. Okay. If I'm talking about, and I can use this as a description, all right? If I'm talking about somebody's house and I go, it's really fine, all right? It is fancy. That is fine. That would. All right. The next one, he's doing some addition. All right, we did that some in class. He's showing a plus sign. That's one way of doing addition. There's other signs. He's showing a minus sign that's in the palm. Negative, positive, negative, plus, minus. I've already done this one. Nah, this is what? How many? How many? This is 10.
Yeah, I knew that.
Right? How many? How many? This is many. What becomes how many is because of my face that is doing that furrowed brow. How many? Indicating a WH question. Last two. I have. I want to point to myself. Have. And there's 0. None. Nada. Nil. Zilch. Have. Look at the picture. Is he doing 2 hands? Nope. If you want 0 hand, both. I have none. Right? So, what I'd like. Let's do this first while it's fresh on our mind, then we'll take a break. All right? I've got some. Who likes what? If there's